In this video, I'm going to promise to give you guys a solution to stop procrastinating. Now, before we get to that, I just want to quickly introduce myself. My name is OneFX. You guys might have seen me online before. I post TikToks. And like I said in my last video, I'm going to try to post consistently every day. Now, for those of you guys that have never ever seen me before, I simply just wear a mask to protect my identity. I'm not here to sell no course or anything. I'm generally here just to give you guys some value. Now, anyway, let's get straight to the video. Now, I want to first of all leave you guys with a quote. And that is, procrastination is the assassination to all dreams and destinations. Now, think of that. What does that really mean? Remember this. Every time you just see yourself mindlessly scrolling on TikTok, or every time you see yourself just thinking about what if I could have done this and having a plan in your head, but you never acted on it, that is you killing your dreams. And I said this from day dot. That unfulfilled potential that you have will kill you. It will literally eat you up inside. Now, there was a survey done. I don't know how long ago it was done, but I just know there was a survey that took place. And it was for people that were on their deathbed. Now, every single one of them were asked, what is the one thing that you regret in their life? Now, I think it was 70 or 80%, I can't remember the percentage, but 70 to 80% of them people, they all had the regret of not doing something. They weren't complaining about, I wish I never started that business or anything. They all had that what if moment in their head. Now imagine getting on your deathbed. You've lived, 50, 60, 70 years maybe, and in them years you can never ever accomplish your dreams. Now it hasn't hit you yet, because you've got this reminder so many times. I know I'm not the first person on earth to ever tell you guys that death's going to come to you. Now whether you guys are Muslim or not, I just want to give you guys another quote. Now, in the Quran it says that every soul shall taste death. Now whether you're religious or not, we can all come to the agreement that one day you're going to die. There is not a single person that lived on this earth that has escaped death. That is completely inevitable. So I want you guys to ask yourself just right now, what is actually stopping you from going and taking action on them dreams or them ideas that you have in your head? What is keeping you there and just holding you back? Is it could just get that little Timmy down the road is going to see your video and he's going to laugh at you? I'll tell you this now, everyone's going to laugh at you. Your first video is going to be horrible. No matter how much of a professional you might think you are, no matter how good you are as an editor or anything, your first video is down to be horrible. If you guys don't believe this, go on my TikTok now, and if you scroll all the way down to January the 1st of this year, you will see that I posted a video. If I can find a screenshot somewhere, then I'm going to show you guys the proof there. 0% of people got to the end of the video. That was my first video. The quality was bad. You couldn't even see my face in it. The lighting was horrible. But I still took action and I posted that video because I had an idea that was kind of burning me inside. What if I was a content creator? What if I had a platform where I could speak and people would listen to me? And then eventually I said to myself, it came to New Year's Eve and I said, if I just give this, bear in mind, it hasn't even been a year yet, but I said to myself on the dot New Year's Eve, if I just give this content creation thing a go for 1 year and give it my all every single day just posting, what's the worst that could happen? Worst comes to worst, it comes a year's time and I've only got like 200 followers and I just end up stop posting. Now, like I said, the year hasn't even finished it and alhamdulillah, all praise be to God, I'm at 5,000 followers on TikTok. I've just started Instagram if you guys don't mind. Once again, it's link in bio. Now that's enough of my story. I want to go help you guys now. So like I said, ask yourself, what is actually holding you back? If it's what other people think of you, remember this, you will never ever see a millionaire hating on you. You can go to the gym right now and I bet you now the biggest guy there is not going to laugh at you for coming to the gym. If anything, they're going to respect you. They're going to see you're putting in the work. Now, I'm not saying that you'll never encounter hate. I've encountered a lot of hate. If anything, it just motivates me. I don't know how that doesn't motivate some people. Some people, they get hate and they kind of crumble to it. With me, when I get hate, I laugh, bro. Literally, wallah, someone today, I just started Instagram, right? I'm not just saying this to promote, I'm generally like giving you guys a story. And one of my friends shouted my Instagram out on his story. Like, someone popped up to his story and said that this guy will never get the blue tick because the story caption was like, let's help this guy get like the verified blue tick. And when I heard that, I laughed. I said, because I know I'm gonna get it. It's only been a day, but I know I'm gonna get it. When I got, because I've proven to myself countless times in the past before, when I put my mind to something, I can achieve anything. So now that you have an answer in your head that what's stopping you from taking action, whether that's creating a business or creating a content creation channel, think of that little problem that you have in your head right now. Now ask yourself, are them same people's opinions that you care about going to be feeding your kids when you're older? They're going to put a roof over your head. They're going to be paying the bills. So why do you care about them? And here's another thing. If you got that sort of negative energy around you where you have to worry about what people think of you, that is literally like you're asking for problems at that point. You're meant to cut them people off. When you go and start a grind, you're meant to cut them people off that will drag you down. Remember, it's crabs in a bucket here. When one crab tries climbing out the bucket, the other will pull him back in. Now, if you're scared of what other people have to say about you, like I'm kind of dragging this point on a bit because this is the main problem that people have these days when it comes to starting something. They're scared of the people around them having to put in their 2p and saying something. Think of it like this. The same way I post content. When do you ever think about me during the day? Do you ever go about like just walking down the park or going to the gym or going to school, do your homework and think, you know what, OneFX, he posted a video? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't think that. What's going to happen is in a few minutes time, you're going to go on, you're going to continue procrastinating. Only the 1% will actually take action on the advice that I'm going to give you guys in this video. So now cool, step 2. You guys want to get yourself in a timetable and a routine, a strict one as well. You want to know ideally what you're doing for every single hour of the day. You don't want to have a single hour like where you're doing nothing, because that's where usually most people end up falling into temptations and start like messing around and talking to girls. And do you get me? Now I'll leave a little Notion template link below if you guys want. You can use that as your timetable. It's completely for free. If you guys want to use it, you can use it. Also, my bad if you guys can hear the rain. It's kind of raining outside. You guys want to make sure that for every single hour of the day you're doing something productive. Now I don't mean have your timetable like packed out just playing games, because that's not going to get you anywhere in life. That's not going to make you a better person. Remember, you're competing with millions of people out there. Don't get me wrong, 90% of the popularity is just complete bums these days, but there's still that 10% that are willing to put in the work. Like Andrew Tate says, he used to think that there was no money, but when you get rich, you end up realizing all the watches like they're out of stock, the cars are out of stock. You have to like pre-order them 6 months in advance. So like I said, remember, there's people out there that want it just as bad as you do. If not, they want it more. and they're willing to do more. So if that don't motivate you, then I don't know what will. Now, third thing that you guys want to do to stop you from procrastinating is find a habit, find something that you enjoy doing. For me personally, I've just recently got back into reading books. It sounds a bit goofy, but yeah. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not reading like 24 hours of the day. All I literally do is put like 15-25 minutes like aside to a day and devote that time to strictly reading. Turn off my phone, open the book and just read. Focus on that one task. Now, I gave a bit of a lecture in my last video and I was saying how when I first done that task, I kind of struggled because my attention was all over the place. That's what I'm saying. When you try to find a new task and you try to focus all your attention on it, don't be angry if you kind of start drifting away and your brain's all over the place. The elites at the top, they've made like people like this. Why? Because like I said, people like mindlessly just scrolled all day on TikTok. Now remember this as well. You can never get rid of habits. You can only replace them. I didn't mean to put the middle finger up right there. So think of a bad habit that you have right now. Maybe that's, I don't know, playing games all day. You can never fully get rid of it. You can only replace it. You can replace that time that you spend all that energy playing games and try to do something else. Now this kind of links on to the next point. I'd advise you guys to learn a high income skill. Right now for me personally, I'm currently trying to master trading. Now I'm not saying that everyone out there should be a trader because I'm not going to lie, it's pretty hard. Physically it's not hard, but mentally it's very challenging. It's not for everyone. Like I'm like 8 months in now, I haven't made a single penny from the markets. Inshallah, I'll make a video in a year's time and I would have made some money from the markets hopefully. But you know what I find crazy is some people come to me and they ask me like, yo, can you put me on trading? I told him, yeah, I don't mind, but just know you're not going to be making money for the first couple months to a year, sometimes even longer than that. And from there, it's like the dreams just get killed. And I think, like, bro, it's a high income skill. You have to invest. You have to be willing to lose money to make money. Everything in this life requires sacrifice. Even paradise itself requires you to die. You have to give up something if you want something. Now, you guys are probably thinking, like, which high income skill should I learn? Should I learn dropshipping, SSMA, email marketing? If you guys want, just drop a comment below. I'll make a video on that. Now, here's what's going to help you as well in this little routine or timetable that you're going to have. Put a couple hours aside of your day to work on yourself in terms of physically. So whether that's going gym, going sauna, swimming, going on a run, even going on a walk. What a lot of people get these days is that, because it's like, especially because it's holidays now, a lot of people are just indoors playing games and they're not active. And I hope you know once again that it's literally shaving years off your life. If you don't go on walks and you don't get in your steps and you're just crunched back all day playing games, you're literally shaving years off your life. So make sure you're physically active. Now remember, there's a quote, your health is your wealth. So invest in it for it's priceless. Now this is what's going to kill your productivity during the day. And it's going to cause you to procrastinate a lot as well. Watching TikTok and scrolling and like watching YouTube videos. Now me personally, like normal YouTube videos, there's nothing really wrong with them. As long as they're somewhat educational, then fair enough. But short form content is what's killing your brain. I don't think you guys understand. A lot of people these days, they've got TikTok minds. Like literally, you can tell from the way they speak. They have no intellect behind the way they speak. Literally, they'll be speaking in comments. I don't know if you know what that means, but they'll literally, you see in comment sections, the way people like use jokes, they'll repeat that in real life. That's what I'm saying. It's literally killing off the generations these days. That's probably one of the most important things that you guys should take away from this video. You guys want to make sure that by the end of every single night, just before you go to bed, just put 5-10 minutes aside. Or you can do this throughout the day. It's personally up to you, whichever one's easiest for you. But you guys want to plan your next day. Now, I'm dropping quite a lot of quotes, but there's another quote. If you don't prepare to fail. So if you're going into your next day and not knowing what you're doing that day, like you might have a rough idea. I might go gym, might read a book, whatnot. You end up finding yourself that you have a lot of gaps throughout your day, and in them gaps, that's when you start procrastinating. That's when you find yourself scrolling on TikTok, or you know what I'm saying? But whereas when you plan your day the night before, you know exactly what you're going to do. You know what time to wake up, you know what time to be certain places by, etc. You get the point. Now these are the two final tips. I've kind of gave a lot of game in this video, but yeah. You guys want to set goals and journal. I mean personally, I always have a notepad on my desk, and what I do is around every 60 to 90 days, I will journal. Now my journal looks something like this. At the top of the page, it will say where I'm at right now, the current position like that I'm at in my life right now. So I'll put in my current position. So for example, it's, I don't know, making content, whatnot, you get the point. Any upcoming problems that I have to deal with, I'll put it there. Now when I say upcoming problems, I don't mean like you have to go get groceries. I mean problems such as you've been lacking on content, or you've been lacking in gaining weight at the gym or something, or maybe like achievement. So let's say like you're a boxer and you have a fight coming up or something like that. You get the point. Now directly underneath that, it will say where I need to be. So now this is kind of like long-term problems or problems that are coming up in the next couple of months, or long-term goals as well. So for example, like moving out of the area or something like that. Or maybe for me, because I'm a trader, it's becoming profitable. Now what I'll do is underneath all of that, I'll kind of have like a little spider diagram. Now on the spider graph diagram, it literally says in the middle, how do I get where I want to be? Then I'll literally have a lot of like arrows going out, and it will be like going gym this amount of times a day, putting this amount of hours aside to like work on my craft, maybe like save this amount of money every month. You get the point. For every person, this is going to be different because everyone got different goals and ambitions. By the way, this isn't like long paragraphs, it's all just like little bullet points. Now once I've done that, on the next page, I'll kind of give myself a little talk, like on paper, if that makes sense. So on paper, it will be like full sentences at this point, and it will kind of go into a bit more detail on the specific things that I could target and focus on, if that makes sense. So cool, now that you've done this, what you can do is you can leave this on your desk, or you can open it up every night before you go sleep, or like once, as long as you see it and you kind of retain the knowledge, then you're good. But what the goal is that as you're going on in your life and you're progressing, you want to kind of have a look at this here and there. Now what this is going to do is it's going to make sure that you're locked in, and it's going to make sure that every day you stop like procrastinating, and it kind of gives you motivation. It's kind of like If you know where you want to go, then it's gonna be easier to get there. Some people don't even know where they want to live when they're older. They don't even know what kind of job they want or what kind of career they want to go down or how much they want to earn a year. They have no clue where they want to go. They're so stuck in the now moment. So cool. After I've journaled this and I keep looking at it here and there, around 60 to 90 days will go by. So this is literally like 2 to 3 months. Now at the end of these 2 to 3 months, I'll update this journal. So I'll go over it, and once again, same as usual, where I want to be, how do I get there, you get the point, spider diagram, and I'll tick off anything that I've done. Usually by the 2 to 3 months mark, my goals would have changed and the things that I've achieved would have changed as well. This way I'm always constantly like achieving new things, and I'm always constantly driving for better, if that makes sense. I always have things that I can achieve. Now guess what, guys? Once you've done all that, you'll get to a point in your life where it's been like a year now. Maybe 2-3 years later I've gone down if you keep doing this. Because remember, it's literally like a 10-15 minute task. You got to do it like once every 2-3 months. Now what will happen is you'll end up looking back at all of this after a certain amount of time, and you end up thinking, oh my god, like, remember when I was in that position and I had to do that. It's kind of like you're seeing yourself progress. And like, when you're in the now moment, you never really see how far you come. But once everything's all done and over with and you look behind you, you realize, bro, like, I've came a long way. Remember, the only time you want to look back is to see how far you've came. But anyway, I appreciate all you guys that came this far in this video. This might be a bit of a long one. If any of you guys that got this far, just comment the word like scarf. I'm just curious to see how many of you guys got this far. But anyways, I appreciate all you guys support. It's been your boy 1FX. Take care, my people.